Yo, what's up, everyone? It's Theo here, and we're back at it again with another video. And let's just dive right into it. You see, I am just so happy and grateful to be financially literate. I am so happy and grateful now that I am scientifically literate. And I am just so happy and grateful now that I am biblically literate. The Bible, finances, and science. Three of the main topics I absolutely love. That, philosophy, psychology, so many other things. But nevertheless, I'm just very grateful to be literate in general. And with that being said, I wanted to make this video as a quick update into my life. You know, one thing I'm learning in regards to wealthy people is that wealthy people always have assets working for them. And when it comes down to my personal life, I am now investing. I've been investing in myself, but now I am realizing that all my money, or at least a percentage of my money, should be going towards assets. Right now I'm in an Airbnb, right? And I had to pay to be here. The money that I paid someone else is their asset. This house is an asset. And just like Airbnbs, just like renting, just like, whatever the case may be, right? Lending. This is so magical. It's so important. It's so magical because once you realize that the secret to wealth is in borrowing, lending, right? Leasing, it's all based upon agreement, then you realize that it's so easy to make money. In fact, the hardest thing I ever learned about money is how easy it is to earn. Money is very easy to earn. It's our mindset, how we think, that makes it difficult. Most people don't understand power. Most people don't understand human nature. And most people don't have a strategy for their lives on how to become rich, how to become financially independent, how to become financially abundant, how to become wealthy. Most people don't have a plan. They wish for it. Ask someone, how do you plan on getting rich? They'll say, well, hopefully I win the lottery. Hopefully I get this raise. Hopefully, they have hopes. They have wishes, but they don't have a deep, pulsating, burning desire. They don't have a plan. Plan your work and work your plan. You see, the stupid person who has a plan will beat the genius with the plan every single time. And if you don't have a plan, you're not even in the game, right? You're not even in the game. Listen, I'm telling you this right now. If you don't plan to be rich, you'll never be rich. It's one thing to think about being rich. It's another thing to dream about being rich, right? But when you actually have a plan to be rich, it may not happen immediately, guys. I'm only 27. I've been on this journey for 5 years, since 2022, or 2020, 2022. But either way, I've been on this journey for 5 years, and I'm still figuring things out, right? What to do with the dollar. Hold on, let me let y'all see it. I can't let y'all see it right now, but I figured it out. I figured out what to do with the dollar. You see what I'm saying? I figured out what to do with the dollar. And now that I am aware of what to do with the dollar, all I want to do is share that information. But 3 things that I'm learning in my journey is that you need identity, awareness, and belief. Without identity, without knowing who you are, you'll never get to where you want to be or become who you want to become, right? Because the secret to wealth, it lies in 2 things: knowing where you are, knowing where you want to go, and making progress in that direction. Number 2, awareness. You see, you will never make progress without awareness. In fact, what blocks progress? I'll tell you this right now. Being unaccountable, being in denial. Denial is what stagnates you in progression to where you want to go. Denial. What helps you make progress? What helps you move forward? Accountability. Accountability is the language of relationships, as accounting is the language of money. And if you are not accountable, well, guess what? When you go to an accountant, they'll see exactly why you are where you are. Number 3, belief. If you believe it, you can see it. People think that seeing is believing. No, believing is seeing. You got to believe it before you see it, because this is the thing. Your vision is blocked by your belief and disbelief, right? If you don't believe it for yourself, you're not even going to give it a chance. Ignorance is the highest form of rejection. Rejecting things you don't understand is the highest form of ignorance. I have people who I work with. They're really good people. But when I talk about the science of getting rich, when I talk about getting rich, when I talk about financial independence, they just kind of shut me down. They criticize me. They ridicule me. They don't really take me serious. But they don't know the books I've read. They don't know the people I've encountered. They don't know the meetings I've been to. They don't know anything. The laziest answer I've ever gotten in regards to me talking about money is that a scam? Is this one of those things? Is this a pyramid scheme? And to be frank with you, they don't even know what these things are. They do. They'll tell you what they are, but it's like, how can you make a judgment on something you don't even know yet? You think you know. Based upon your interpretations, you perceive based on your perception, because interpretation is based on perception. So what you interpret may make you think you know something, but ultimately you don't know until you have experience. You'll never know how hot the fire is, in other words, until you get close to the heat. So realize this. I'm not trying to scam any of you. First of all, I don't need your money. I don't care. There's plenty of jobs around, and there are plenty of assets around. I can get a job anywhere, right? And on top of that, I can use that money to buy assets. So I'm not trying to scam you. This money is easy to make. That's the first thing. Second of all, is this a pyramid scheme? When have you ever met the CEO of your company? Oh, wait. You know, scientists look for the answer, but philosophers look for the questions. I'm here to ask the questions. You know, good leaders ask great questions. When have you ever met the CEO of your company? I'll wait. You don't even answer that. You probably haven't. But guess what they're doing? They're making a profit. And in my journey, profits are better than wages. So people say, well, you know, Jesus didn't go around making profit off of people, but your CEO does. Right? Your CEO is making a profit right now. Your CEO is making big money right now. And what are you making? A salary? A salad? Right? A salary? Right? You're making minimum wage to a salary? Fine, I get it. Wages will make you a living. A salary, a good salary will make you a living. But profit is what makes you a fortune. Profit is how you get rich. This is the whole Jim Rohn philosophy. Profits are better than wages. Why would you want to work for someone else your whole life? Why not have your money work for you so you can work for yourself your whole life? It don't make sense. You know? And all you have to do is make yourself aware, believe, and then identify with wealth. Identify with God. God is not scarce. God doesn't live in scarcity, right? When we talk about God, God doesn't live in what is scarce, what is small, what is tiny, what is microscopic. God lives in the galactic, the cosmic, right? The huge, the big. It's big money. When we think of God, we think of abundance, prosperity, human flourishing, all these phenomenal words. But the thing is, if you think God put you here to be in poverty, if you think God put you here to be average, you're sadly mistaken. In fact, you're just an NPC. God made you unique. Think about it. God is so awesome that each and every one of us has a fingerprint, but every fingerprint on this planet is different. No one fingerprint is the same. Not even your parents is the same as yours. You're not even born with your parents' fingerprint. You have your own individual fingerprint. That's how precise God is. Just think of it that way. Like, you might look like your parents, but not exactly like them. Everyone here is a unique expression of the divine. And that divine spark is within you. But you got to believe, identify, and become aware of these things. With that being said, that's the message I want to leave with you guys today. But I want you to believe in yourself. Because why would you want to be in? Why would you believe in the person on the stage singing? Why would you want to believe Beyonce or Jay-Z or your favorite artist? Why are you going to their concerts, believing in them, dancing to their music? Why don't you make your own music so you could go on stage and perform? Why don't you create your own video games so that way people can play your games around the world? Why not you? With that being said, you guys, that's all I want to leave with you today. Listen, guys, if you're looking for a community of people that have the same mindset as myself, who are on God's frequency, who are on the wealth frequency, who are on financial literacy frequencies, I would love it if you private message me, because this is the thing. Financial education is financial freedom. Financial education is financial freedom. And when you have a phenomenal network, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And you can leverage their knowledge from your ignorance. Because ultimately, a strong man cannot make a weak man strong. But a weak man can become strong, and the strong can become stronger. But how is it that the weak man becomes strong? The weak man becomes strong by following a specific course of action for a reasonable period of time. See, the path of financial literacy is not about doing certain things. The path of financial literacy is about doing things in a certain way. You have to think and act in a certain way. And I'm not here to force you to better your life. I'm not finna get a gun, put it to your head, say, you gotta be this way. No. I'm just gonna offer you a solution. And it's up to you to take that path. But with that being said, I love you guys. Y'all be safe. Peace.